I did post a message on Facebook that I was starting at 8 o'clock. Yes, at 8 o'clock tonight, but I didn't post that message on Instagram. I'm just realizing this. I am so sorry, my Instagrammers, that I did not give you guys that heads up about the change in today's time, just today. Yeah, I had to start a little later because some things came up. Anyways, but thank you guys for joining me tonight. Thank you for joining me tonight. Tonight's topic. Okay, that's another thing I realized. Tonight's topic, because the topic is already up on Facebook and YouTube. Excuse me, on YouTube. So I did not realize the Instagrammers don't have the topic. I'll have to type in the topic. It says 3 ways to succeed in times of crisis. Times of crisis meaning this times that we are in right now. Okay, just 3 ways, 3 major ways to succeed in this times of crisis. Okay, and by the time I'm through with this, you'll understand that it's a detailed information that I'm giving you out. Well, thank you guys for joining me tonight. Thank you for joining my podcast. I appreciate it. This is Ike on the Mind of Steel. In the Mind of Steel, if you don't know by now, know that is an outlet, is a forum, it's a channel where I give out positive energy, positive vibrations, where I look at life objectively from an optimistic point of view, because you can either choose to be pessimistic in life or be optimistic. It's a choice. It's a choice. One event happens, but people look at it 2 ways. You can either look at the possibilities or you can look at the difficulties in any situation. And in my channel, I'll always look at things from the angle of possibilities. I always look at the angle of possibilities because our thoughts controls our feelings, and our feelings produces the result, controls the result. Our result, is a part of how we think. Okay, all right. So let me just type in and pin in the topic here on Instagram. 3 ways to succeed in times of crisis. Yeah. Okay. God is good. So Tuesday we had a podcast where I said that it doesn't matter who turns out to be the winner in this election, who becomes the president, because the president, or who is the president, does not determine our success or failure in life. Our success or failure in life is determined by us, by me, by you. You determine your success. I determine my success by the way I think, by the way I use my mind, by the way you use your mind. You determine, what, comes to you, success or failure, and this is once you begin to understand these simple things, you begin to understand that man is the causer of all his result, or chooser of all his result, or the cause of our results in life is based on how we think, our perception of reality. Okay, that is the basic thing about life. So real quick, I'm just I guess giving a few minutes here for people to sign up, because this is a later time than I usually do my broadcast. I normally do it at 7 p.m. But today, I'm doing it a little bit later than usual, an hour later. So let me pin this topic here on Instagram, and we'll go through it, in our order of my notes. I have the notes here on Facebook and YouTube, So for Instagrammers that can't see that, I apologize. So let's just pin it here first. 3 ways to succeed in times of crisis. Okay, wait, pin the comment. Excellent. So that's the topic tonight. But real quick, before I go into the main, into the meat of the talk, let me just play my theme song here real quick, just to give some people some time, and this will give you guys a time to please share this link with family, with friends, invite family and friends to be a part of this podcast. I think I'm giving up valuable information here, and these are things that when you think on these kinds of things, when you reflect and ponder, you'll find a lot of truth and value in what I'm saying. If you agree with me, you can give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you're with me. I would greatly appreciate it. So let's do this.
Keep flexing on the beat. Mercy, 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 mercy. Every day I wake up thanking God for life. Struggle no easy, oh, grinding day and night. Every day I hustle, reaching for the goal. Struggle no easy, oh, I see the light. When I want to fall, mercy no delay. God just say follow me, oh, mercy no delay. When I want to falter, mercy no delay. God just say stand by me, oh, mercy no delay. Mercy.
Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I appreciate the thumbs up. Real quick, we're gonna go. Okay, I need my notes. Let's go. Okay.
Even if they come and they fall, you know, say no mercy go answer. I got major links in my corner. She be not God be the answer.
All right, thank you, Mercy. Mercy, that artist is Mercy. I have to, I guess, use a music that so I don't get censored in some countries. You know how Facebook and Instagram sometimes they shut your audio down in some parts of the world. So that's my theme song, and nobody can shut me down because I do have the rights to use that song. Thank you for joining me tonight. Something made me ponder today. Something made me ponder today. I was talking to a coworker that's retiring after 35 years of service. 35 years of service in one profession, in one location. Now she's retiring 35 years afterwards, and she puts up a picture of her when she started working there, and now what she looks like 35 years afterwards. And I'll tell you the truth is it was a big, huge difference. Imagine working, giving 35 years could be half of your life dedicated to a job that maybe you didn't love, maybe it was not your passion, but it paid the bills, right? It was something worth doing because of the fact that you needed to earn money. Okay. Um, well, I've never been the kind that will see myself working for the man for 35 years, doing any kind of job. I've always had this entrepreneurial spirit. I've always had this entrepreneurial mindset. Um, Even though I am working through my limiting beliefs, which is to make that or I guess which is to create that real ideal world in doing what I love, but you know, in the process, you have to, I guess, sometimes do what you don't love to get to do what you do love. All right. I mean, most of us I mean, you understand what I'm saying. You might find yourself doing a work that is not your passion or love, but as long as you have a goal that you're working towards, that is the beauty. Like Earl Nightingale put it, as long as you have a goal, you know what you want in life and you're working towards it, you are successful. You know, Earl would define success as the progressive realization of a worthy goal or the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. As long as you're working towards something that you love, that you want, that you desire, you're successful. So, first of all, you deciding what you love or what you want to do, what you enjoy doing is 50% of your success. Making that decision. You know, if I'm going to come back to my main story about the my coworker that has worked for 35 years. But I was talking to another worker, a contractor now, who has been doing his work for, I think, seemingly he's been doing this for over well over 10 years. But the man said if he could wind back the hand of time, he would not be doing what he's doing currently, right? He said he would not be doing what he's doing currently. So I asked him, what would you be doing? You know, this man was lost in thought because he hasn't really decided what his passion or love, what he would rather be doing. So when he came up with the decision, he said he will probably have been um, in the Middle East, in the military, in Israel, in the military, rather than be, you know, an engineer in be a plants engineer, which is currently what he's doing now, an equipment engineer. So, see these two mindsets, these two thoughts. First, this man is still working, but he's been doing his job for over 10 years, but does not really know what actually he would rather be doing with his life, what his passion is. While the other worker has done her job for 35 years. And now the picture before and after, um, I'm just trying not to use some very strong words, but the fact of the matter is she looked very different. She looked very different. I'll put it this way. If she was doing what she loved to do, what her passion is, I am positively, absolutely sure that after 35 years, she wouldn't be looking so different from how she looked when she started doing this present job that she's retiring from 35 years ago. You understand what I'm saying? I'm using some words because um, I can only, I don't want to use some very strong words here, but in this conversation, if you are doing something, a job, any job, And you can project yourself 35 years into the future and see what you will look like. If that picture of you 35 years in the future is in total contrast of what you would like to see or how you would like to see yourself 35 years in the future, then probably you're not in the field that you should be doing. You're not doing the job that you love, that you want to do. And this is what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. You know, Oprah Winfrey was the one that said, when you do what you love, you will never have to work a day in your life. You know, what this is saying is it's saying that even though you are physically working and toiling, but then it's a joy, it's a pleasure, it's pleasurable. When you're doing something pleasurable, it's not work. It's what they call a labor of love. That way you are excited. You wake up, you know, with the desire, with the zeal to get going. You can't even, you know, wait to get going. You get excited about it. That is what I'm talking about. You know, that is how and what life should be. That is what you and I and all of us should aspire. Find that one thing you love, that you enjoy, that is your passion. That thing that you see yourself in 35 years from now, and you're not even thinking of stopping or slowing down. You still, you know, have the desire to be doing it. You still have that passion to be doing it. You're still very, very, you know, excited to be doing it. That is what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about here. You know, it's very, very sad that in the world we live in today, because of fear, because of doubt and worry, we end up stuck at a job that we have no desire for, that we have no passion for, but you know it pays the bill, but it's okay. It gets you by for now. You know, this is another way Jim Rohn will put it. Jim Rohn will put it this way: you want to work harder in creating your future. You know, you want to put in more passion and energy in working, in doing what you love, than doing what you have to do. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, you know, you should make any drastic decision. Make whatever decision you're going to take. It's all about having a plan, a system, a type of plan in place, right? Working towards a goal. Okay. Anyway, enough of that. That will be perfect for another podcast, a totally different topic. So today, the first thing, the three rules I have, you know, to ways to succeed in times of crisis is: number one, you have to have an idea. Still in my conversation today, I was telling this man, you have to have an idea. He said, no, you have to have money to succeed. I said, no, you need to have an idea. He said, no, you have to have money. But what is money? Money is basically an idea. Money is a reward for services rendered or for product provided. Money is a reward for products or services rendered. You cannot render service or have a product without an idea. Idea is where everything starts. Everything starts with an idea. What Name one thing on earth that was not started from an idea? Facebook was an idea. Instagram was an idea. iPhone was an idea. Steve Jobs, um, Henry Ford started, the Ford motor industry with an idea. All the greats, anything, everything, the all the technologies we enjoy today started with an idea. Elon Musk, Tesla, um, anything, the telephone, Thomas Edison, everything starts with an idea. So when I guess the prayer you should have, the thinking you should have is, God, give me wonderful ideas that can translate to money. Give me wonderful ideas that I will be rewarded for financially. That should be your prayer. That is my prayer before I go to bed. God, give me exciting, wonderful, creative ideas that I will be compensated well for. And that is a good affirmation. If you can use this affirmation over and over and you believe this affirmation, it becomes your truth, it becomes your reality. So everything starts with an idea. Idea is how you make money, idea is how you earn money. We don't really make money. The only people that make money is the central bank, the prints money. Everybody else must earn money, and you cannot earn something if you're not providing a service or a product. Two ways, only two ways to earn money: provide a service, which is an idea, or you provide a physical product. All right. So having said that, get a copy of my ebook. All right. Download my ebook. All right. Actually, it's gone beyond an ebook now. I do have a physical book now. So I have a book, the digital version, and I also have the paperback. I have the paperback. All right. So I do have the link here on my channel. So first thing, the ways to survive in times of crisis is not the Democrats being in power or the Republicans. It's not dependent on the president, the governor, or who is in power. It all depends on creative thinking, ideas, 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 ideas. And one of the best places to get ideas is YouTube. If you watch YouTube videos, there's tons and tons of ideas. If you just Google ideas um for survive. No, just say just any how-to ideas on Google. How to Once you start typing how to anything on Google, how to, Google gives you a lot of options. So you can either how to make money or how to increase my income on Google. It gives you a lot of options. So just play with ideas, just play with different things until you find something that resonates with you, something that your spirit can relate to, something that you find you are in unity or in harmony with. Once you find that thing that you are in harmony with, then you go to the next level, which is persistence, which is the passion. How did I write a book? I mean, I didn't start out being a writer, but I wrote a book and I got the book finished because I had an idea and everything I needed to make that book come together came together. When you have an idea and you put it out there into the universe, you speak, positively, and you affirm, what you want. Everybody, every person that you need, to make that thing come together will come together. So everything starts with an idea, and then the money, the resources, the people, the tools comes together. God is good. It's amazing how this thing works. So In my conversation today, when I told my friend that you need ideas, he said, no, you need money. So he said, if you don't have money, how can the idea come? How can you get the idea to happen? And I'm like, okay, great. If you have money and you have no idea, what are you going to execute? Nothing. Money in the bank, if you have, let's say you have $20 million in the bank, it's the money is useless in the sense that it's not producing anything. The money is just sitting there, it's just paper. But 20 million, if you have maybe 10% of that money in constructively put in an idea or invested in an idea, we in just a short amount of time, that money can triple, double, quadruple. Rich people do not hoard money, they invest money, because that's how you earn more money. That's how you increase your resources. So this things are basic, but just a small change in how we think, just produces amazing, massive results. So first thing, have an idea. So I think your focus every day should be, how can I increase my ideas? And ideas comes from, good way to have ideas is to meditate, look at videos, listen or read books, read. There's different way. Read. I was gonna say, read a lot of trade journals. Read, even Google things. When you Google different information like how to make or earn money in 2020, you will see ideas. When you go to YouTube, there's a lot of people teaching different things, on how to, make or earn money. I think what I'm really thinking now, I think I should put out different links that I watch, that I listen to, because I get a lot of ideas from YouTube, from watching YouTube videos. Even that's how I got to even write my book. I watched a video about this guy that was talking about scribble scribble and how you can use scribble to make an ebook, and he was selling the ebook on Shopify. So how to sell digital products on Shopify. So you can either sell digital products on Shopify or you can sell physical products. But you were saying, talking about the benefits of selling digital products. And digital products, you don't have to have an inventory. All you have to do is have the link on your Shopify. Now you just have to let people know about the Shopify channel, Shopify site, and when people download, it gets delivered directly, so you don't have to mail anything, ship anything. That you don't have to deal with any bulk shipping and stuff like that. But anyways, that is one idea. There's tons and tons and tons of ideas. If you want to start a YouTube channel, there's ways you can learn how to start a YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, if you want to start a YouTube channel, if you send me an inbox, I can show you how to start a YouTube channel. I can show you I can teach how to edit videos, because I do edit. If you look at my YouTube channel, I have over 200 videos, of which I edited myself. It's just now these days, that I'm working or looking into outsourcing all those things, because it's a lot of things for me only to do the editing, to do the shooting, to do all the interviews and blah blah blah. So but what I'm sharing with us is that any knowledge that you want to get, you can learn how to do these things. There's videos on everything and anything. So first thing, have an idea. Number two, you got to have a belief system. You got to believe. You got to believe in yourself, believe in the higher power, believe in God, believe in whatever higher power of being or deity that gives you peace and solace. You do have to have faith. You got to have faith. And when I talk about faith, it does not just, I'm not talking about faith in a religious way, in a way that you must go to a certain church or synagogue or mosque or temple. I'm talking about a belief system. You got to believe that things can happen and things will happen, and that you can do things, and that you are capable of doing anything, that you can do it. You not go by what people say or the labels people put on you. You have to go by, that's the where the belief system comes from. You got to believe that you can do, you can achieve, you can be what you want. You are capable. It's not what people say about you. I've had people say some things about me that if I did not have a strong belief system, if I did not know who I am, I can easily be derailed. But because I'm so planted and so firm and so solid in my belief system, in who I am, that I am God's best of myself. I am God's best person of who I can be, that I am a good person. I like myself. I love myself. I used to, that's my affirmation, to have a belief and a trust in myself. That is very empowering. That is very empowering, because one thing, when you don't have a belief system and you think that your success or failure is dependent on the government, on who is in power, on your job, that is actually idolatry. Having faith in your job or in your boss, in the work that you do, is not a belief in God. Because you can get fired tomorrow. There's no guarantees in the things that are on this earth. There are no guarantees in any job, in any employment. There's no guarantees. Your boss can fire you. You can lose your job. But, when you have a belief system in a higher being, in the God of the universe, in the laws of the universe, then you can always find a way. You can always create. You can always produce. You can always produce ideas. You can always, go back to that creative source, the creative being, and you will have absolute peace and calmness and confidence, because then nobody can steal or fire your ideas or fire your creativity. Nobody can steal that from you. It's what you have, right? Looks like I'm going a little bit too deep into this kind of stuff, but it's exciting to know that when you have a belief system in yourself, in the laws of the universe, in the God of the universe, that God, you are God's best creation, and He wants the best for you, for your family, for your kids, for your well-being. You will have more peace of mind and not be scared of whether the Democrats are in power or the Republicans are in power, because none of those things really matter. None of those things really matter. None of those things really matter. What matters is faith. Faith in yourself, faith in your abilities, faith in the God in you, in this higher being that wants the best for all of us. Because by the time you were born, I was born, you were created, I was created, God has made a path for you and I to succeed, to live a fulfilled life. All right. So that's my number two. Number three, you got to take action. No matter how much you believe, no matter how much you trust, no matter how much ideas you have, if you don't start doing something, taking action, it doesn't happen. You got to take action. You got to move. You got to do. You cannot wait for all the dots, all the T's to be crossed, all the I's to be dotted. You cannot wait for the lights to be green before you leave your house. When you leave your house, you get to one light, it changes to green. You get to the next light, it changes to green. You got to start somewhere, even if you don't know how those things will come together. You got to start doing something, even if it's even if it's as little as writing your ideas down on paper. Well, definitely, you have to learn to start writing ideas. You have to write ideas down on paper. Write it down on paper. You know, your plan, well, this is what Napoleon Hill would say. Your plan does not have to be perfect, but you got to have a plan. But it doesn't have to be perfect because you can always change plans as you go. You can always change plans. And the way the universe works is that once you commit things down to paper, once you commit things and you zero in, you focus on something, like it's like magic. It's miraculous. Things and people come from nowhere. From you, it goes past the human, your physical senses. The right people start coming. People start hitting you up. Even some people that you haven't talked to in a while might give you a call or just show up. Recently I had this is my experience. I had a lady just I had a lady stop at my work, and this was a lady I had a conversation with a while ago about some business ideas, and she was like, "Oh, Ike, I have this idea, and just give me a second. Give me a second. Let me just take care of this real quick." But I have to play some music real quick. Something's just in my way.
When I want to fall, mercy Lord, God just say follow me right to fall. Mercy Lord, when I want to fall tight, mercy Lord.
Okay, what I was saying is, recently I had a lady just show up at my place of work, and she was like, "Remember we had talked about yada 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 yada, now I have this license, I have this permit, can we do this business? Can we get this going?" So when she said this, the first thing, because I know of this higher power, how those things work, I was excited. I was not surprised, but let me not say what was I was excited, but I was impressed at the fact that the way this thing just happened. But I also knew that this is how the universe works. This is how the universe. If you read this book, Not Think and Grow Rich, it's called it's the same book Rhonda Bynes read, that inspired her to make the movie The Secret. What is that book called? I think I have a copy of it. No, yes, I have a copy of it here. This book, The Science of Getting Rich. Yes, The Science of Getting Rich. The Science of Getting Rich by Waddles D. Waddles talks about how things start happening, even if the person you need is in Japan or China or in a far distant continent. The way the universe works is that if that is the right person that you need for your business venture to happen, everything starts coming together. It's just they would hit you up. They will come to you. They would reach out to you. That's how the universe works. And so when she came to me and she was talking about this business idea and that business idea, I was like, okay, all right, exciting. Okay, all right. So that is how these things work. So the third thing is take action. So however small your plan is, however small, the action seems, is better than no plan. It's better than, they say, um, an idea that is not written down is just a dream. So when you don't write your idea down, you're just dreaming. And dreamers, are just drifters. You don't want to drift in life. You want to actually be an action taker. All right. Thank you very much for listening to my podcast tonight. This is Ike on the Mind of Steel, and that's where we'll stop. That's where we'll stop tonight. And if there's any part of this talk that you want to go deeper into, send me a direct message. I'll be more than happy to share those ideas. I'll expand those ideas with you more. Have a conversation. I'm looking to doing at least, they say, the idea is to do about 130-minute sessions for free. I want to do something like that. I don't know about 100, but we can start with 10, 30-minute sessions for free. I want to give out at least 30-minute session of my time, 30 minutes of my time for free for 10 people the first 10 people that will request of it. I'll give out 30 minutes of my time, and we can make this arrangement on Calendly. Calendly has a very beautiful way of arranging appointments, so we can be on the same page. All right, and I'll do one-on-one sessions, for as many people that need that one-on-one session. Thank you very much. One last thing I would like to share before I go is that somebody reminded me how awesome I am, or how much I've done in this business of entertainment today by Googling. I don't know how he Googled this video, but I did a video. I was in Kelly Clarkson's video in the song Walk Away. The Walk Away. Yes, the song is Walk Away. I was in that video. I was a dancer in that video, and I was doing the warm in a football uniform. So this person found this video and was like, "Oh, were you the one in this video? And how can I get your autograph? How can I get your a picture with you?" See, those are some of the things that I've done, which I don't even really, think they're big things, but they are huge things because it's something worthwhile. It's something that I did with a celebrity, Kelly Clarkson. I've done a video with Kelly Clarkson. I've done a Beyonce's video, Naughty Girl song. I've been in John Legend's featuring Kanye West song called I Used to Love You. That song, Holla, 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 Holla. I was in that video. I've done Britney Spears' song Toxic. I was in that video with Tyson Beckford. I've done quite a number of things which I don't give myself credit for, but I need to start doing something like this, giving myself credit, because this is stuff that I've done. I've been in Hollywood for more than 15 years, and you know what they say about 15 years in Hollywood? That's an overnight success in Hollywood. If you've been grinding for at least 15 years, 10 to 15 years, they call it overnight success. So I do know what I'm talking about. God is good. Life is good. God is good. Life is good. And things are always getting better and better and better and better. So thank you for listening to this podcast. God bless. Send me your request. And I will more than love to hear from you about what part of this podcast did you enjoy the most. Share with this community. That way somebody else will get benefited from what you share. What part of this talk, what part of the three things that I said on how to survive crisis resonated the most with you. Share those thoughts, those comments. They mean a lot, and I appreciate it. Appreciate your time. Appreciate you listening to this. Please, friend, like my page, like what I'm doing, Your like gives me energy. It gives me energy. It gives me a good feedback, a good encouragement to keep doing and putting out quality videos. Thank you very much. God bless. This is Ike Steele, and this is the Mind of Steel. See you in the next video. Mercy, take us out. See you in the next video. God is good.
God bless this and I kneel. Mercy unto you, mercy, come for you, for me, mercy, come for me, oh mercy, follow you, mercy, follow me, say mercy, come for me, oh. You know, say that mercy, God, so even if they come and involve. You know, say that mercy go answer. Mercy you.
Femi Millionaire, who's that? Nice to have you. All right, I'm done with my podcast. I'm just gonna play one more song. So I love music. I love.
Roach beat. Mercy you. I can see it in your eyes. You know you were mad. You know you were mad. I could tell you're hypnotized by the way you watching, the way you talking. Feeling something, feeling something, feeling something, feeling something, feeling something, feeling something. Feeling something, feeling something, feeling something, feeling something, feeling something, feeling something. You can't hide it, you can't fight it, don't try to deny it. You can't hide it, you can't
Thank
fight
you.
it, don't
God
try to
bless.
deny it. You can't fight the force,